Trump is making history. Going to be the first U.S. former president to have 4 indictments against him.
Less than 48 hours after former President Donald Trump's third arrest and arraignment, a fourth indictment is a very real possibility. The Fulton County, Georgia Sheriff's Office is closing the road in front of the downtown Atlanta courthouse where Donald Trump and his allies are being investigated for alleged 2020 election interference. CNN's Brian Todd gets us up to date.
This was never supposed to happen in America.
The already enormous legal pressure on the former president is likely about to intensify. A grand jury in Georgia expected to consider criminal charges against Donald Trump and his Republican allies.
In terms of the Georgia case, it's going to add a significant burden on him to defend yet another case. These cases will all have significant trial deadlines and pretrial deadlines for hearings that he's going to have to be involved with, and that will detract from his campaign.
A decision on whether to seek charges against the former president in Georgia will be made within the next few weeks by a team led by Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis.
The work is accomplished. We've been working for 2.5 years. We're ready to go.
The case focuses on the multi-pronged effort Trump launched in the wake of the 2020 election to overturn the results in Georgia. It included pressure on Georgia's governor and Secretary of State, both Republicans, to find enough votes to flip Joe Biden's win in the state.
So what are we going to do here, folks? I only need 11,000 votes. Fellas, I need 11,000 votes. Give me a break.
Yeah, him asking the Georgia official to do this and being recorded, he has no chance of winning.
When the governor and Secretary of State refused to go along, Trump urged state lawmakers to convene a special session to reverse Biden's victory.
This election was a sham.
Trump ally Rudy Giuliani went to the Georgia House and Senate with bogus voter fraud claims.
Rudy Giuliani is considered to have a lot of exposure in Georgia because he spoke at those legislative hearings, and we know a lot of the information he shared was not true at the time.
Other Trump allies who could face criminal charges are Republican activists the Trump campaign recruited to serve as fake electors. They allegedly played key roles in a failed plot to block the election from being certified.
About half of them have received immunity deals, which indicates they're working with the prosecution to tell them what they know.
They shouldn't be getting immunity from their crimes. In my opinion, immunity is like a messed up thing. People commit crimes and then they get to get off on those crimes just because they're giving evidence of their crimes against others.
CNN has reported that Fonnie Willis is considering bringing charges of conspiracy and racketeering in this case.
Racketeering charges are typically broader criminal schemes involving multiple individuals, and essentially the maximum punishment for those types of charges are typically much higher than other charges that are mentioned here.
Testimony has also been sought in the Georgia case from former Trump White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. Fonnie Willis has told local officials of threats she's received, many of them of a racist nature, during the period she's been investigating this case.
I've probably been called the N-word more times in the last 2.5 years than most 100 people combined.
No surprise there, being that Trump's base is a bunch of racists. Yeah, they're going to call this lady slurs because they feel like she's a bad person for charging Trump with his crimes, because right-wingers don't believe that they should be punished for their crimes, only the people they dislike.
Throughout the Georgia investigation, former President Trump has forcefully denied any wrongdoing, as have his allies.